assigned to it.
All right.
What's going on, Knight?
Together.
What do you mean?
All right.
Well, you got to
What do
find
you
out
mean,
what's
what
going
do I
on.
mean? That's exactly
Yeah,
it.
I'm asking, what do you mean?
If you assign one person from each department to do the investigation together, they come to a conclusion together, they push the charges, then obviously if they want to appeal it or go whatever, it goes
This
to
ain't no
trial.
Doesn't
fucking
work
group
on
effort,
investigations. Does
All right.
work on
We're in the
investigation.
trenches.
Doesn't.
I'm
Does.
explaining
Does.
that it should,
Doesn't.
because it's a
Doesn't.
wild
Doesn't.
waste
Doesn't.
of
Doesn't.
And I'm
resources to have
explaining-
every individual department investigate it and then try and push different charges and then have high command come to that decision anyway.
It
Like,
doesn't
it's
have to
just
be
a
every
stupid
individual
waste of
department. If you
resources.
want to work with other people, you guys can. You know,
You
we
just
got
said
to
that it
have
should be
multiple
done
interviews.
separately.
Well, I mean, we're going to do it separately. We're not working with you guys.
Fred's opinion, marshals need to be charged. Carmine did no wrong.
That's not my opinion.
But
and
that's
how
not
you're
what he
gross
said at all.
misconstruing. That's not what I said at all. I said, sounds like everybody fucked up, if I'm being honest.
But then you
I
got
don't have
upset
enough
when
information.
charges on
said-
Carmine.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I said, because you guys always keep
Viv?
talking about charges on Carmine.
But,
you
then
ignore
you
the
said
fact
that
that,
there wasn't
you
multiple
know, two people tried to
wrongdoings.
murder.
Do we have a recording by any chance of this conversation that took place?
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
No. We haven't
Oh,
really gone
shit.
we haven't gone too far. Why? Are you
Jesus.
planning on planning are you gonna have Ruth pull a gun and shoot us all?
Maybe she should.
Oh,
Okay.
If
I have
you
a
pull the
question.
gun at her.
I ain't afraid of
Okay, so guys, this is important. From my understanding, Shift 3, and Davenport, correct me if I'm wrong, was tasked with looking into it further. This was after pretty much Shift 2, for the most part, had gone off duty, just for an additional set of eyes for people who were quite literally entirely uninvolved, right? Just so that they could then report to, you know, whatever their findings were, to me or Shift 2, whatever, right? But in terms of the actual, like, conclusion to everything, why would we not just leave it to the people who were originally there?
Because they're pussies and they should have already figured out what the charges everyone was getting.
Well, no,
How can you say
no,
that when you can't even
they haven't even gotten
know what's going on? They
haven't even been able to get a statement from Blunt. He's been in the ICU, from my understanding.
That is not according to the conversations that were having yesterday. So
Okay,
the last conversation that
did
happened
leave.
yesterday evening, and this is a consequence of two things. One is Blunt is currently under some awkward custody in which he is not to be visited by any emergency contacts, which someone should probably look into sooner or later who did it. EMS is freaking out. Other cops were freaking out yesterday. No one seems to know who did it, nor does that legal standard even exist. And the second is both were let go, and it was stated that Shift 3 is going to handle it because this might be a bias thing. But after 4 to 5 hours into looking at this, being unable to come up with even some semblance of RS or probable cause for any set of charges is insane. So when I stand on, it sounded like just some pussy behavior. And I get it, right? You're charging 2 members of law enforcement. But a conclusion at some level needs to be made.
3.
Who's the third?
Blunt.
Well, what did Blunt do?
Ain't you
I mean,
a fucking
that's-
witness?
Yes. He
Why are
started
you-
getting shot at when he started walking
You
back
think
in the
it's smart
door.
for you to be privy to these types of conversations we're having?
Hold on,
when
hold
you're
on.
a
So
witness?
Blunt
Yes.
wasn't in the room?
Yes, 100%.
You're the one that's all for everybody having this open to everyone, Fred.
It
Yeah.
should be open to everyone. but I
Maxwell
mean,
is
I
here
think
as
there's
well.
difference when
You
you're
don't see me
directly
complaining
involved
at it.
in the
I
incident.
didn't witness the shooting, Knight.
You were there for the initial interaction. Secondly,
Hey,
you
Maxwell, were you
were.
the one who said he was in the room?
He was in the fucking room. When I left, all 3 of them walked into the room with Carmine.
Huh.
You guys want to disclose potential information in front of someone who was either involved or a witness or something like that. You guys think that's smart?
You know we do that literally every day, right?
I mean, we're not even
Yeah, I know,
fucking.
but
Listen,
it's different. Just because we do the bare minimum doesn't mean we should be doing it now in a situation this egregious. Isn't this a big deal?
Guys, I can't be involved in the Faceless, New Babylon, or virtually any other investigation anymore.
well, we're not even doing the fucking investigation right now. I think Knight's well within. Okay, so Knight is well within his right to be here. We're not conducting the investigation. We're ultimately trying to figure out how we're gonna fucking tackle this.
Yeah, I mean,
And it seems like, look, it seems like we're not going to come to an agreement. Because I don't think people who are direct witnesses to this incident should be involved in the investigative capacity of it.
We're not even doing the investigative capacity of it right now.
I know, but I'm speaking generally.
I don't think Knight is doing any of the investigative work, though.
Well,
He's
some
privy to the
opinion.
conversation
was
that we're having
well.
about how we're going to conduct the investigation and stuff like that. He's a witness.
He was talking about what he thought charges should be pushed, so we did kind of get out.
No,
of the
I'm not
scope of
saying
we're
what
talking
charges.
about.
I'm saying why are they not figured out yet?
Okay,
Yeah,
It's quite literally what I said.
TLDR, why are they not figured out yet?
Yeah.
I think ultimately this is a fucking very big thing that's going on. We have members of the marshal, we have you, the director.
It's something that's never happened.
We have a captain who is high command. We have audio recordings of everything that happened. We have conflicting statements. At this point, the reason that charges have not been pressed yet is I think this needs to go to a high command thing. And ultimately, high command's going to have to do the investigation, figure out what's going on, and push the charges deemed necessary or fit. That's my opinion, and I think ultimately having Rhodes and the rest of high command on board needs to be done before anything gets done, finalized.
I'm going to be frank. I disagree. I don't necessarily think I need any involvement.
This is why we're here now.
Yeah, I don't understand why the lead
He is a
investigators are not sort of figuring it out, and there isn't.
Because there
has
is
been
no
a
lead
sign.
investigators.
Yeah, exactly. Why? How is that possible? It went through 2
Because
shifts already.
Obviously, it's a different type of situation, and a lot of these people, they can barely handle the run-of-the-mill investigative work, let alone something as complex and complicated as this.
So
Now,
the
you're
last I
involved in
heard,
this, 2 marshals are involved in this, and Carmine's involved in this.
the last I heard yesterday, before I left,
Sounds
was
like a
that Ventura
jurisdictional
was the one
dispute,
that was
to be
taking
honest.
point.
Is it?
Jurisdictional dispute.
Yeah. Oh,
It is a
man. Sorry, Rhodes. What were you saying?
Hold on. It is a jurisdictional dispute for a department that was founded to solve jurisdictional disputes. Now,
that
we're
department's
fucked.
involved.
Yeah.
Now the department's involved, so it is what it is.
Well, that doesn't take away from their legislative
You don't think
duties.
it should?
I think uninvolved parties.
You don't think that there's certain
Should-
circumstances that are at play here that maybe muddy the waters of the investigation? I mean, 3 of them are involved in it, for fuck's sake. Rhodes, you need to wake the fuck up. I don't understand.
I think he's very awake. How many scenes are law enforcement involved in, whether they are shot at or witness to it, and move forward with charges? That's how McNulty was charged. We didn't come in and say, "Hey, McNulty, you know what? You're a marshal. Let me stroke you off and let someone else handle
For
it."
all we know, you could be fucking lying in your statement. How can you be involved in pressing these fucking charges? You were there.
We
You're-
just
how
got
come you
done
didn't-
this
how come
month
you didn't put
charging another
Carmine in
marshal.
cuffs? How come you didn't put Carmine in cuffs? Right there.
Uh,
How come?
because in that moment, I was sat in a chair having a psycho just start opening fire on someone unprovoked. Now, there is obviously going to be claims on both ends of the spectrum over like a taser and this, that, and the third, but that escalated so fucking quickly that both Springfield and Carmine are fucking retarded for it. Yes, retarded. Capital R.
I've been night maxing this morning and throwing around
Good
retarded
shit.
dog.
And being a member of law enforcement, witnessing this, that situation needs to be handled. But 2 shifts later and a circle of 12 folks is not going to be how any conclusion happens. It's just simply going to be a week of talking in circles, and nothing is going to move forward. So,
well, there isn't going to be a conclusion prior to shift 2. Nothing's going to happen without the people who are actually involved, which is why, frankly, I don't necessarily know that high command needs to be involved in that large of a capacity.
No.
At the end of the day, whoever the primary investigator is, whether that's Ventura, I don't know if it's Gravy, names were thrown out, but Ventura was the one who was seemingly taking lead when I walked into the chief's office yesterday.
It was Ruby and Key yesterday. Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Ruby and Key?
Ruby and Key off this shit.
Yeah. That was correct. And Brandy.
They said LSPD was running it and that ODPD wasn't, and that they were in charge of it.
No.
Conflicted.
No. It was Key. It was Ruby. It was, the one, the new captain, Tori,
Tori.
Jonah, Brandy.
So then they should be the ones that are on it then.
That's why I said like they moved it
have
to
the
shift
most
3, and I was
information.
confused. That's why I'm like,
I'm perfectly content with that.
Okay.
but they're not
again,
on the same page
shift-
as you either, right?
What's wrong with it?
Because I ain't gonna let you guys put my department in the dark of an investigation that took place on our
Who's
grounds
putting you in
with
the
one of
dark?
Our captain. I mean, you didn't name one fucking ODPD person involved in this investigation. What do you mean putting me in the dark?
He also didn't
Want me
name a
to-
marshal though.
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah,
mean?
I don't
I mean, Knight's
really
right there.
know.
And
I'm
Luke's right there.
present here to get an update.
So then put a representative from each in there then.
I'm not
But
putting
then
forth a fucking representative. I already said
but
this.
then you
twice.
Okay,
just-
fine. I'm
He
making
wants
the
to
conclusion
conduct
right
his
here.
own.
All of
Oh
those
my
people.
God.
Okay, ODPD, conduct your own investigation. End of story.
Alright, perfect.
Conduct your own investigation. The BCSO LSPD will collectively conduct theirs.
All right, perfect. I'm going to request that you guys leave all your files open so that we can have access to them.
Sure. Caveat being, no,
We'll do the same.
no interrogations or anything of the sort are leaked.
What do you mean no interrogations are leaked?
We
Any-
can't be
any
discussing
interrogations
active
or anything of the sort.
investigations there, Rhodes.
Don't be, leaked to anyone who is suspended.
What's that supposed to mean? I don't understand what you're insinuating.
He's saying don't give any information to Carmine. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong there.
Are Blunt and
no, there's-
Springfield suspended as well?
They've been
Okay,
suspended.
well, if we're drawing the
Blunt's in
conclusion
fucking
that they
ICU
are
for getting
suspended,
gunned down
that
walking
would
through a room.
apply to them.
He was already in the room, Knight.
No, dumb fuck. He walked out.
You don't
And
need
then-
to call me a dumb fuck, dumb fuck.
And I don't talk to her
Yeah,
like that.
hey, listen.
You can keep that energy like towards me,
Where?
but shut the fuck up.
No, I'm going to talk to
Okay,
her
but
how I wish
Brian's
to.
claiming
He
was not in the room.
literally
Maxwell's saying he
was. I'm going to tell you right
The
now.
real question is why is
as-
Knight here? He's a fucking direct witness.
Maxwell also
brother,
claimed
you're,
she
you're
wasn't a
here
witness
once a
and
month.
didn't know.
Calm down.
Guys, in the
I'm here once a
recording,
month.
Blunt,
in the room.
Blunt,
You can
walk,
hear him in the
Blunt.
recording.
Thank you,
If-
Maeve. Thank
If
you.
I can fucking speak for a
Crazy.
second, he was in the room. He then walked out while we were trying to figure out like the fucking people's voices going through the goddamn walls. When he walked back in, when Carmine had been opening fire, to which Carmine then started shooting him, at which point he raised his gun in self-defense. Thank you.
Why would Carmine just start shooting him as soon as he walks in the room? That
I
doesn't
don't
make any
fucking
sense.
know. Did you guys raise your hands if you listen to the recording?
I haven't had a chance to fucking do this.
Okay.
since I've walked into
Yeah.
multiple meetings
There
with
you
like
go.
10
Yeah.
plus people.
All right.
So I can't draw conclusions about anything.
I haven't got to the part about Blunt not being in the room.
I mean, I'm reading it right here. It says Blunt takes his gun out. Carmine goes. I mean, it's from what I read. I assumed Blunt was in the room.
Listen to the recording, brother. Like that shit happened like in 15 seconds. Like
the thing
entire
is,
thing.
so there's multiple. There's multiple recordings.
Okay,
with
so why are
conflicting
we
statements.
talking tonight right now if he's not under Miranda? Like, I don't understand.
Under
why
Miranda
he's
for
allowed
what?
to-
He's not under arrest.
Under
Why would-
Miranda, because you're a witness to a crime. You're involved.
Yes,
All
we're
law
witness.
enforcement officers are witnesses to crimes.
Yeah.
Okay, but this is different.
Did you
This ain't
forget
the
you're a
same
cop?
run-of-the-mill case.
Are you pressing charges against Knight? Is Knight getting
Yeah.
charges too?
I'm not pressing charges against anybody because
So
I don't
then he's a
100% know what's
witness.
going
Yeah.
on.
Okay,
Which
guys,
is just
guys,
what
guys.
Ruth
Let's.
Why is he-
said,
why is he privy to the investigation?
Officers witness things every day where they are then involved in an investigation. That's
Exactly.
what happens. We're law enforcement officers.
Yeah, but this is a different case.
How's it a
let's-
different case?
Let's clarify.
It's
Let's
100%
clarify.
different.
Guys, let's clarify and get something productive out of
Yo,
this.
chat. If anyone
Brian,
thought
were you
this
in
was,
the room when this occurred?
yes, as a
Okay. Did you
on-duty
see Blunt
law
in the
enforcement
room
officer.
when the shooting originally happened?
He was in the process of coming through the room as the shooting occurred.
Okay,
He had his
Maxwell,
back
were you in
turned.
the room?
He had his back turned. The door was ajar, as we were just talking about, like the voices coming through the room and it being insecure. He then is turning around as shots are being fired, and he raises his gun, and Carmine starts shooting him. There was like a utterance of "Don't raise your," and then Carmine started firing at him. At which point,
Okay, Maxwell,
shots
were you in the
retired.
room?
No.
Okay, so was your statement of he was in the room based on assuming he hadn't left when you saw all three of them walk in?
Oh, they walked out of my office and into the interrogation room,
Okay. And where were you?
leaving the offices.
So you left. So therefore, you would not have seen if he walked back in.
Correct.
Okay. So there was a misunderstanding. You assumed he did not walk out after he had walked in. Brian, who was present, is saying he walked out.
And you're assuming he actually did walk out.
I mean, Brian just kind of said he was kind of in the room. He
Exactly.
was in the room.
And you can hear him in the recording.
I don't know why you
Also,
guys are
this is all
obfuscating
irrelevant.
details here. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we're here to talk about. This is something that
It
should
is-
be
okay, yeah,
done
this
in
is-
the
this is,
investigative
I'm
I'm
gonna
going to
process.
make my
This
stance
is-
clear.
This is a fucking
Maxwell
circle
said
jerk.
it as a very matter of fact. He was in the room, despite the fact that she was not there. That's an issue.
Okay, well, we're here to talk about how the investigation should
Not
be
biased,
done.
right,
We're
Rose?
doing investigating right now instead of
Oh my
talking about
gosh,
the
what chip do you
investigation.
have on your shoulder?
How would you know he's in the room if you're not there?
Okay, if you were
Can
to
make
stand on
that
the
claim
stand, you would. If you were to stand on the stand, you would not be able to say he was 100% in the room, but I also was not.
Did
in the room.
I never said.
When she left the building,
I'm telling you that when I left, they were in the room, and you
They were
guys
in the
are
room,
taking
that's
it
what
like
you said.
nothing
Changed
else
the
could have
wording of it.
happened.
You have changed the wording of it since.
Oh my
Because
gosh.
you told us that.
All right, everybody,
It'll
shut
be
up.
in my statement.
Listen,
Relax.
listen.
Yeah.
We are. We're outside the purview of this entire conversation. We are investigating right now instead of talking about how to do the investigation. Whether somebody was in the room or not isn't really. It's out of the scope of what we're here for. But we shouldn't be here talking about who was in the room or who wasn't. That's part of the investigating team's job.
No, I agree.
So let's just drop it. So let's just drop it and move
I
on.
think
Then.
it's something that should be in the back of people's minds, though.
Yeah.
no one's
No,
ever
not
ran
really.
Can I?
now, so it
All right.
doesn't
Can I
keep
just
moving
clarify
on.
the conclusion of this? So for the investigation, BCSO and LSPD are going to conduct a joint investigation. ODPD is going to do their own.
Yeah.
What happens if different charges?
I guess it goes to court then.
You can't push
Doesn't
charges
make
on
any
the same
sense.
person twice. It's whoever gets there first.
What do you mean?
It has to be one team.
We
It
will-
can't
we will
be, it can't be
share-
separate one.
We will share our
ODPD
investigation.
is refusing to be a joint.
I know they're refusing. but
Sounds
I'm
like a
trying to-
jurisdictional dispute.
Doesn't sound like a jurisdictional dispute to me when my department's involved.
That
happened in my
absolutely
That's
is a
the
jurisdictional
point of a
dispute.
No,
jurisdiction.
it's called. No, it sounds like double jeopardy over between separate departments, which is very inherently jurisdictional.
It's really. That's what I'm saying. It needs to be one team.
Said
I think
something that makes
ODPD
sense.
should be in that team. I think all departments should be in that team. You know, with small individuals from each department. I don't think it should be separate. I think
I
you
think
know. Otherwise,
we
we're
should
gonna
press
get.
charges against Carmine and Springfield.
What about
Alright.
Blunt?
We need
I
to
think
figure
for
out if he
that
was in
further
the room.
investigation.
Yeah, he's still in the ICU. We need to get a statement from him to clarify.
I don't know. This whole thing kind of stinks on ice. And
Yeah,
if
the
you
whole thing
guys
fucking
think that-
sucks.
And if you guys think we would run through with just like trying to push charges on people, trying to fuck them over without talking to you first about why we think something, then I don't know what to tell you. It's not like we're going to be trying to hit the beat on an investigation speed run trying to fuck over some marshals. That ain't how we operate. All right? But we do think it's important for there to be multiple interrogations. What are you laughing at, Ruth?
Don't talk
I
to
don't
her like
operate
that.
you in bad faith. What are you going to do if I do talk to her like that, you fucking pussy? Huh? What are you going to do?
Hey, this is the first time you've spoke to me face to face and not running away with your
pointless
tail
to talk
between your
to.
legs.
Tail between my legs. You're pointless to be around, man. You're just a rage baiting nerd. I don't give a fuck about you.
Weren't you in the prison for 4 days with the besties and then ran off before you got ID'd by a member of the DOC?
Yeah, maybe I was.
If
maybe
our
I
intention was
wasn't.
to immediately press charges, why didn't it happen then? Right?
Okay, again, we're going off
maybe
topic.
I
We're
was.
going off topic.
Can
Yeah.
we just get back on topic? How is this investigation occurring? How are charges getting pressed?
We already decided. What we'll
Okay,
do is we'll all
but-
launch separate investigations and talk. I mean, that's how
Okay.
it should be done.
But charges. Is High Command gonna talk to each other?
Chat,
If charges
this
are being
is
pressed?
this is my arena.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm
This
gonna
is
I'm
my
making the
damn
call.
arena.
Yes, that's it. I think.
Of
But
course,
listen,
we're going to talk.
Yeah, that was never not.
What happens?
This is my
if,
arena.
Say Peters wants to push charges against a marshal, and that's it.
We talk about it and we try to.
Then we
What
end
if,
up
what
right
if there's
back
a
here.
disagreement? What happens if there's a disagreement?
And that's on the disagreeing parties to kind of.
Sounds like a jurisdictional dispute to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works.
Sparks wasn't there. You weren't there. I mean, there's a couple worst case scenario. All right.
I'm not gonna lie, I actually really hate all of this like sudden high command oversight for this when it could just be left in the hands of the people who are originally looking into it.
Yeah, but it's
I don't
they
think
can't agree on
so.
charges.
I don't think so. It's a captain. It's two.
Yeah,
it's
if you follow the chain of
it's
command.
literally high command. On
Yeah.
top of that, it's the fucking marshals as well.
Yeah, but the moment we're limiting it to high command, the pool of people.
I don't think
is
we're-
drastically
Can I
smaller.
ask something? Why the fuck does your rank matter when you are dealing with facts, circumstances, and evidence?
Okay, here's why. I'll say it.
You're
We have
literally
100%
prescribing charges.
No, we
and
literally
then
have
you're reviewing
conflicting-
them,
We
right?
have conflicting statements from different testimony, though, all across
Which is
the
what
board.
an investigator
Cops lie.
handles.
So what I'm saying here is high command doesn't need, they can be directly involved in the investigation. The investigation occurs, whatever happens. The charges before they're pressed to the docket go through high command just to make sure all high command aren't pressing charges behind other high command's back type of thing. Not saying the investigation.
Guys,
Right. That's
have they
just to be able
never
to give one
seen-
point of contact to make sure the charges are kind of all agreed
Have they
upon.
never
or at
seen
least,
a case? I'm so confused.
I'd say charge more than you're going to. This is going to trial. Charge more rather than less.
What do you mean charge more rather than less? You charge what you can
So-
fucking charge.
Say you want to charge Springfield with a couple extra things that Peters doesn't agree with. I'd say put those on the docket case just to have them there,
No,
and the
that's not
judge
how
can
I
decide.
operate. I don't do bullshit charges trying to fuck someone over. I
Right,
do what I
but
think
somebody
is fair.
might disagree. Right, but Peters disagrees. You want to press these charges. Peters says, no, I don't agree. Do you think you
I don't
should
give a
not
fuck
press
if
those
Peters
charges?
Disagree. I don't give a fuck if Peters disagrees with me. I do what I want.
Yeah, hold on. Why don't we spin it and say I disagree with Pred?
And I say tough shit. I do what I want. Yeah,
And I
that's
say
how
fuck
it
Pred. I do what I want.
Yeah,
And then
see?
we're back to the point where charges can't be pressed because now you're risking double jeopardy.
Well,
Yeah,
they
charges
well they
wouldn't be
could,
pressed.
but if charges are pressed inappropriately with that sort of behavior, then you're opening yourself to ACRs and impeachments, right? I mean,
yeah, listen, we're going to conduct the investigation, to a T. All right, we're not going to fucking jump the gun and push bullshit charge. I'm not going to dogpile charges on your fucking marshals. I'm going to charge. If here's the thing, I'm not even saying I'm charging them. I'm saying if there is something to charge them with, all right, they'll probably be charged with it. Or I'll at least talk to you guys beforehand, before action gets taken.
why doesn't ODPD press charges on the marshals and the marshals press charges on ODPD and let the courts handle it?
I don't agree with that kind of.
Why not?
Police.
Why not?
Because it
Be-
seems very.
I
seems
think
very
it removes
malicious.
the bias, right?
I don't think it removes
Because
the bias.
you
It
have
makes it even more
Carmine
biased.
Costello. Well, just hear me out. Carmine Costello was a witness. You have his side. You have the same evidence they do. The same evidence we do. You push charges on Blunt and Springfield if you see fit. And in the same vein, we will press charges on Carmine if we deem it appropriate.
I don't think that's a good.
Now
way to
there's
go
no
about doing
bias.
There's nothing
That-
but
Because
bias.
no, there
that
isn't,
is
because
down to nothing
the
but
Department
bias.
of Justice is the one that is going to review the arguments and the evidence and make a determination.
I don't agree at all. I refuse.
Why? What? For what logical reason?
Because that's just the most biased way you could go about something. I mean, fuck.
that's a
we might be
statement, but-
charging Carmine with something. You know what I mean? Like, out of all honesty, we're prepared to do that. Me, Jeb, and Haley tell you this right now. If there's wrongdoing and Carmine's the perpetrator of it, we'll help you press the fucking charges. We have no problem.
But you want to do
I'm
your own
not-
investigation.
No, because in this type of situation, cops always fucking lie, and the multiple interrogations got to take place from different individuals asking different questions. You can't have the same group doing the same interrogations. Different agencies get involved in these types of situations all the time to get new prerogative information, stuff that's important to the case, and present it in trial. Like, if there's somebody lying, we're going to catch them because eventually they're going to slip up once they get interviewed by 4 different agencies fucking a couple times. This situation is a big deal.
Are you arguing to work together with them, or are you arguing to do your own separate thing?
It's like working together but separate. They're going to have access to all our information. We're going to have access to all theirs.
Yet you're independently investigating and prosecuting.
Yeah, because I don't know if they want to do things the way that I do them. And I don't know if they're going to want me to do things their way. It's better
You're
if we
saying
work together but separate.
You want both.
No, I'm saying to work together but separate. Yeah.
Independent investigations.
No, but
and you
yes,
collaborate.
separate but together.
No, it's separate when it needs to be, but it's together when it also needs to be, so nothing slips through the cracks. It's common courtesy when multiple agencies are investigating crimes. What do you think happens when someone breaks the law in one county and then goes over to another? Both agencies cooperate with each other, but they do separate investigations. It's very common policing practice.
Holy
So
fuck.
is their access going to get removed like Carmine's, or not getting the same treatment?
I mean, they just don't go on duty and they don't have access. If somebody's suspended, they shouldn't
If
be
he gets on duty, we got key logs. They're getting fired.
Talking about
instantly.
MDT.
They're getting fired instantly if they touch that.
I mean, they won't have MDT access if they're not on duty.
They don't do like.
No, I
if
think
anyone's
it's
doing
because
shit
I
like
think their
that, they're
concern is
getting
that
ripped in a different level.
They
so.
have MDT access as it currently stands, and they could, especially now that everyone has access to an MDT, even civilians.
I mean, I get it though because
See.
I get it though because MDT permissions are like fucking hard to deal with. I mean, didn't you guys say like Ruth spent like fucking weeks working on like shit? I mean, ripping stuff.
Yeah,
and
but
then
removing
adding stuff's
access
probably a
isn't
pain in the ass.
as difficult.
But yeah, no, I'm looking at Carmine has the only rank he has is access removed. They should have the same thing as him.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with that. Honestly.
Yeah, my standard's higher. They are suspended. If they clock in, they're instantly fired.
They're not concerned about them. I mean, that is a concern, but their concern is MDT access.
Or are they going to get on the MDT without clocking in?
You can.
You
don't
don't.
Everyone does that.
So
all the
Brian,
time.
don't forget, everyone has an MDT now. Civilians have MDT.
The civilian MDT lets you look at police
not
stuff
even that.
off duty.
The
Yes.
remote MDT,
Yeah,
the
we
MDT
can- yeah,
from
your
home.
Remote MDT allows you to access everything.
Huh?
Yeah, I do my reports from my bed.
No. There's two different things being said here.
Brian, when you're
If
off,
you are
you can
off
go on
duty,
your MDT and see reports, yeah.
when you're off duty.
Out now and do it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
lock out
You
now
can run
and
that
do
citizen
it.
check.
Oh my
Because you have
god.
access.
Yeah.
Brother.
You want me to,
Being on duty doesn't give you
notwithstanding
All right,
that,
yeah, we'll
you
remove
can
it
also
then.
just
I had no
separate
idea that was
the
even a
other
thing. All right.
All right, are we done here?
We're just getting started. This is Tea Time Part 5.
Yeah, this is. I'm going to be honest. We got at least another hour of.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a side
ass hurt
meeting,
from
and then I'm going
sitting.
to pull you guys aside separately, and then,
And there's a trailer
we haven't
dropping
even
soon,
discussed all the
so-
other
No.
investigations that we got to
What do you
go
mean?
over.
Shut up, Bean. There's no trailer dropping.
What do you mean? Wait, where you get that info from?
Some guy on Reddit.
Oh, all right.
Why is King here, by the way?
Fucking-
He's a captain.
Oh, congratulations.
Not yet on
Why
Monday.
why didn't they shoot you? That's my question.
What the fuck? I
Yeah.
wasn't awake.
I wish he would have
Yeah.
died. That way, he would
Yeah.
have died there, 100%. Sorry, King. I don't wish you were dead.
I probably would have done.
Nah,
Yeah.
he wouldn't. Nah,
I
he
would've.
wouldn't have. He wouldn't.
No.
I would've
How-
done.
what the hell does
I'd be
he
dead.
deserve captain for? What the fuck has this guy done?
What the?
What the fuck?
It's a genuine question. What have you accomplished in the last 6 months?
King's good in the field.
A winning attitude, a strive.
Wait, hold
for
on.
excellence.
Wait, King. I don't know if we claim that one.
Sometimes a winning attitude. I corrected.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with wanting to win every once in a while. King, you keep it up, big dog.
Thank you so much.
You know
I've
what? We
already
might even
made it.
hand one to Carmine. You know, you're not wrong.
Carmine's a Teflon dog.
I only got 2.
All right.
No, I got 2.
So, at least from the LSPD BCSO side, is there a fucking investigator?
Is there an investigation? There is.
Investigator. Yeah.
That's currently what we're working out. So people have started looking into it. The issue is when I got on duty, it just seemed everybody had their hands in the investigation, and I think ultimately it was pulling away from the rest of the city. So
hey, Jeb Haley, I think we're done.
I like that's I don't know. I think what
you guys want to stay, or do you want to head out?
Talk to my high command and figure out exactly who's on it, and just put them on it.
Do you want to come
really
with
give
me
a fuck if other people look at it, but we need like solidified people. I will be oversight for the whole thing because I think it does. Or I should say high command's going to be oversight for the whole thing because it is a big fucking deal. I know Slaughter's involved. Swan did some stuff. Remy did some stuff. But
yeah,
Remy took
they're
statements,
talking
so it's
about
kind
their
of
stuff. I'll go.
I don't know. It's a big deal.
You guys have a good day. We'll talk later.
Damn, Carmine smoked them, huh?
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
I invited Maxwell because I knew that was going to happen.
Good work, Peters.
Shocker.
Anyway.
So
I think
elephant in the room. I'm a direct witness to all of this. How the fuck is there not even a semblance of what happened? I'm genuinely confused. Yeah.
Okay, so here's what's going on.
Because there's like a recording. There's of everything.
There's no lead, so nobody can really nail down.
This is the thing. Is it happened? It happened in fuck. I wish I just would have stayed around last night. God damn it. It happened at the end, and nobody directly involved was around, or none of the people you named were around when I got on duty. So yeah, why are you raising your hand?
I'm literally a key witness.
Right. So now you're a key witness, and you just came on duty. We were, as far as what BCSO is doing right now, like we were going through all of the evidence, kind of listening to the recordings. I had only listened to 2 of the recordings before coming in here. I think the biggest thing is figuring out who is going to lead it is ultimately what I wanted to do. But Rhodes is I don't know what's going on with the LSPD. I think
it should be a mixture of the people that I think it should be a couple of the BCSO and a couple of the LSPD who are first responding, working together and ensuring that this gets closed up. I don't know why we're taking away from the first responders to the situation, the primaries. That should have been that, right?
It comes back to, I think that I don't disagree, but the thing is...
Do I need to just press the charges for being the member of law enforcement in the room?
No, I don't think you can press charges.
I can. I'm choosing not to.
Isn't there a conflict of interest, though, because you're a direct witness to everything that happened?
In what reality does that happen?
Right. You're right. I don't know.
You I mean, hypothetically, right now, if I pulled out a gun and shot one of y'all can't do anything anymore.
I'd shoot back.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, isn't this?
That's my point.
With,
yeah.
What's that BCSO guy that shot the mayor in the court center? And then
yeah.
BCSO on scene arrested him.
Just because I have chosen to take a step back doesn't mean I can't step back in. And I'm not saying I will, but look, Blunt and Springfield are crucial to a lot of cases. That should not change whether or not the investigators believe that they committed a crime. However, it is I'm still going to be concerned if, 20 hours later, 18 hours later, there's we don't know what happened, right?
Well, that's ultimately. So we don't. I think it's gonna come down to 24 hours later when we're able to talk to the people on scene to figure out exactly what they decided to do. The other thing is I know that you're like, hey, I could push these charges.
Blunt and
On-
Springfield still need to be interviewed.
Springfield was interviewed.
already interviewed.
Springfield has been
Blunt needs to be
yeah.
interviewed, and even with the recording, so the recordings and everything else, there's conflicting statements in all of this, Brian.
Carmine
Okay,
needs to be
what
re-interviewed too.
specifically?
I have to go back through and get all the
Well,
details.
if I could, this is why I'm getting annoyed, and I hope you understand this isn't at y'all, but rather just the general incompetence is on this scene. You had ODPD collect the evidence, do the this and that, immediately arrest them. Fucking Blunt was dying on the ground, not getting any medical, right? While D's up in my face with some of the most retarded D shit while they're dying. Now, unless I'm going to live in a universe where shooting people doesn't matter anymore and threats aren't real, it was a clusterfuck. I was then, this situation happened, what, like 8 p.m.? It went 5 hours later with statements, with this, that, and the third, and no one knows who's leading it. What investigation have we ever done where there isn't one or two lead investigators directly involved in the interrogations, looking through the evidence and asking the critical questions, right? Everyone's just passing the ball around.
Did you find out from Brandy?
I spoke with Brandy. There hasn't been anyone like specifically named, and that might also stem from the fact that again, the stuff that happened yesterday was between both the LSPD and BCSO. I know Key was definitely playing a part. Ruby.
Someone here said Ventura.
I said Ventura because when I arrived, Ventura was like spearheading a lot of different aspects of what was going on.
Brother Ventura.
Unfortunately, I don't have an answer because we are not in shift 2 when those people were around to determine who is doing what. When I arrived yesterday, it was for the sole purpose of addressing whatever rank pulling bullshit was happening. I was specifically told that Maxwell had pulled rank in whatever scenario, and I was an hour late after I had been informed. So
I'd like to point out that ain't the first time either.
I'm not exactly surprised. I'm not sure if you noticed. I was quite literally just trying to get to the fucking bottom of something, and her sort of like under the breath, and you're unbiased or whatever. Like, come on. I'm tired
just a
of
heads
it.
up. Miller just texted me saying that Gary Kebben came forward to give a statement regarding last night's situation. Miller just did it and has recorded it, so I've asked him to make a report and reference it to the main one.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. So
have y'all seen my text messages?
No.
Are y'all aware of me being stalked 30 minutes prior to this while we were dealing with the prison situation where I got shot?
No. Oh.
Yes,
That makes the security concerns even more clear, to be honest.
And finally, I made time and went to the court center on my own accord. I was told by the people in the lobby, hey, do you want to use Maxwell's room? We went there. He then demanded we go in another room. At no point did whatever conversation he wanted ever take place. I was very adamant on the recording to start the interview, but it never started. It was go over here, then go over here. We went to another room because he said that's the only place my recording is. And then he allegedly doesn't even have a recording. If I had not recorded any of that, this would have been an even bigger shit show.
I can give you what we've come through. We've listened to everything and heard about everything so far.
You have seen the photos with the stalking, and did you see the text that he sent me after he was suspended?
I didn't see them personally, but I know in your
Let me
statement that you gave when you gave context, that was all explained. That
there's another one. Let me send this to you.
Okay.
But I can give you what we've come up with so far because we've put it all into a...
No, it's fine. Look, I want to be clear here, right? I'm just annoyed on a bunch of different levels. I don't want to intercede in the investigation. I just want to see it move forward, and that's kind of the beginning and end of it.
I
right?
will ensure, I will swing by during shift 2 and ensure that there are named individuals from both LSPD
I'll be there.
slash BCSO.
I'll stay around late. I mean, just to fucking get the show on the road because we have been circle jerking. I think that we just fucking the people that were originally involved. I think Key, Slaughter, the other names with everything. We just push it forward.
Who do I send this to? I'm going to send it to Vivian.
We push it forward and we have them take care of it.
Yeah.
Obviously ODPD just kind of like stormed off, whatever. Wait, did you say, I have a question. Was Maxwell, so Maxwell was pulling rank on a scene for.
Yes, she walked into, brother, Carmine went into the interrogations. Maxwell went into the interrogations. I literally witnessed it because I was downstairs out in the open and I was fucking struck.
So, I mean,
they refused to remove his guns.
Hold on a second. If that's the case, why don't you just charge her with obstruction then? Why don't you just do the same shit that Carmine was trying to do to you?
Because I'm not a fucking dumb fuck. Why do you think I didn't do anything? I stood back. At some level, there is what I can legally do, and then there is what I should professionally do, and then that is what I should ethically do, right?
Yeah.
I didn't. That's why I didn't touch their bodies. That's why I didn't remove any equipment.
No, I know.
That's why I said the only thing I stated in that room was get their fucking guns, get their equipment. While D was stood there demanding I give him the recording instead of LSPD and the BCSO, right?
I don't know. That's
So did he send this before or after, Brian?
Sorry? This was afterwards. This was 15 minutes after he had already been suspended and had 42'd. Yeah. So my point here is this motherfucker stalked my ass, right? First he wasn't available. Then he started following me around after the prison situation with Alfonso and the material getting brought into prison. I was shot. I got out of hospital. We had to deal with the fucking Dante at BCSO. This is when Carmine was in the lobby and then he fucking disappeared to God knows where. I got on the phone with Alfonso to get further information about why he's getting material in there. This is when Carmine started following me around the fucking city and sat his car right next to me while I was having this conversation, constantly interrupting. It happened over at the news center by the beachhead. After which I, grabbed Blunt and Springfield to meet him down at the court center. As you'll hear throughout that entire interrogation tape, he kept saying, "Are you refusing? Are you refusing? Are you refusing?" Everything was a problem and an attempt to say I'm refusing a voluntary interview that I had zero context on. So there you go.
Okay, so just a heads up. Brandy has volunteered, though I'm keeping the decision to Key and Ruby because both were present. I know for a fact it will not be Ruby because Ruby has other things like the Jackie stuff that's occurring in addition to other MC related stuff that has occurred with someone being blooded out.
Blunt is also on that case, by the way.
Yeah, so I know that she doesn't have the time, even though she was assisting in whatever shit show happened yesterday. So I will ensure that Ruby and Key solidify someone from the LSPD. And Peters, again, I know Tori was involved in stuff yesterday, so I think you and Tori should have a discussion regarding.
Okay, so here's the next problem. Tori has to work her other job tonight.
Okay.
Did you say Jonah was there though?
Jonah was there, yes.
Somebody else?
Look
Wait,
at
what
the
rank is Jonah?
reports.
I haven't had to. I got on duty and I've been dragged to meet.
Yes, no, Jonah was there.
I'm reading that in a second.
Jonah, Jenna, Tori, Ventura. There were a few people there, but I think a sort of quote unquote like lead investigator, if you will, for this specific scenario, one from each department, who is going to be responsible for like consolidating everything and determining everything.
Can I ask a question here real quick? I just want to like cut this out of my in why even from the onset, what the fuck was voluntary about that interview to begin with?
I don't know because I don't know
because
how someone
stating
can charge
something is
obstruction.
voluntary and then demanding the concessions under the threat of then stating that you're denying it is legal problem number one. Legal problem number two is if you are stating that it's voluntary, who the fuck is he to say whether or not my marshals that are there to not just protect me but represent me if needed, as both of them are prosecutors and defense attorneys with bar licenses, out of the room. Third, how do you go off giving obstruction of justice charge? How do you then pull a non-lethal weapon at somebody? How do you then go off like blasting them in the face and thinking that's okay? It's just blowing my mind. In any way that these are even matters of conversation, but that's I don't need to know your internal. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Yes, the Carmine shit, 100%. I think so. If I'm looking at it at face value, like I don't know anything about the Blunt shit because it sounds like there's conflicting statements with that. But ultimately, Springfield fucked up and Brian fucked up. That's
how the fuck did I fuck up? The fuck did I do?
Carmine.
Wait, I said Brian. I'm sorry, not you. Brian.
Jesus fucking Christ, you're Nightlock too, aren't you?
No, I'm a Night Maxer now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Good.
But no, I think it was. I think Carmine and Springfield fucked up, and that's. I mean, ultimately, it's like from what I've listened to. I haven't listened to the whole thing, and I think like we'll just get with everyone we can tonight. Rhodes, we'll get it fucking knocked out.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Carmine didn't have illegal grounds for detention. Ultimately, it didn't even get to the point of detention. Shots were fired back and forth.
That wasn't even detention. That was straight up arrest. Didn't he claim arrest?
I mean, maybe I don't know. I think I'm missing details on that.
Yes,
but then from there, Springfield
shouldn't
have. Springfield shouldn't have pulled a fucking gun. Springfield should have just fucking eaten the
How?
charges.
Wait, but hold on. Is it clear? Hold on, I'm telling you guys as a witness and literally the member of law enforcement that was there. I'm going to show you this. Do not shoot me, please.
Don't shoot me either.
How
Brian,
does she do it?
I think this goes into
Stand guard 3.
No, straight up like the reasonable officer threshold standard.
I have no idea how to do this. How do you do this?
Would anyone take that as a threat? I wouldn't, not from an officer.
Wait, how are you doing that?
Stand guard 3.
Yeah, that's
I'm trying.
Stand.
That's the Springfield.
That's how Springfield, with her gun behind her back, dealing with the constant calls.
Yes.
Of people calling.
This is her the entire time.
Okay.
Well, okay. Let me.
Brian, I see the tip.
Let me pull back here. Not the entire time. She was like this. Blunt had his class 2. They had it out. Maxwell had seen it. We had all recognized it. That conversation started at the beginning of the tape. They have it out because I am literally being targeted. That is what they do. And this is what Springfield does. She literally follows me around protecting me, right? It's just her thing.
In Springfield's statement, she claimed that she aimed her gun at Carmine before all this happened, though.
That is inaccurate, and that is not.
It was her own statement.
And that's perfectly fine, but let's give some context here, right? There was no aiming of the gun that I think you are picturing in your mind. Now,
right, I mean, regardless,
let me just finish, and then feel free to
go ahead.
paint your picture or whatever, and you can ask her clarifying questions all you want. She was standing like this. Carmine started demanding that they leave the room. He then pulled his taser into her face to the point where the taser was so close, the taser started going up the bridge of her nose. That's when she started screaming at him. And she went like this. This is not pulling it out. She went like this. And then he started screaming, "She's holding me up. She's holding me up." After which I started saying, "No, she's not. What the fuck are you saying?" She then put it away. He then pulled his gun, and she pulled her gun. He started shooting her. She had not even yet raised her fucking gun yet. Do not shoot me, please, while I'm demonstrating. So
okay, I need to listen. Sorry, go ahead.
If you listen to that tape, the notion of like she pulled her gun, the way you're saying it, I'm not trying to put words in your mouth here, but it sort of portrays the idea that she had this gun pulled out on him and drawn out at him for some time, which is not the case. This all happened over like less than 15 seconds. Like this was
yeah. So the thing is, I was talking to Maeve, and I haven't listened to the Springfield thing, but Maeve said that in her statement, she stated that she pointed her gun at Carmine before all this happened.
I don't believe that happened at all.
Which I'm assuming.
What do you mean she pulled her gun? I'm confused.
No, pointed her gun.
She's
at Carmine.
saying that. That's
why when did this happen?
I don't know, but before
Wait,
Carmine.
when is in like when the pointing?
Yeah,
is
at which
the
point in the
So,
timeline did that happen? Because I did not see that.
I'm assuming when
one bit.
Carmine said, "You're holding me up," or whatever those things. I haven't listened to her statement. I don't know.
100% when the statement of "I'm holding," she's holding me up. She's holding me up. That did not happen. It was so bewildering to me. I was just to me, it was like he was like manufacturing something on the tape. If there was any gun, it was not being held, and if anything, it would have been something like this.
I think we have our two investigators.
Oh yeah, we got
I just want to
Randy
say
and Ventura.
there was a point where Springfield said in a very demanding voice, like, drop your taser now. Do not aim that taser at me. Put it away. I will not accept a threat from you.
Yes.
That sounds like the way her voice was, sounds like that's when you would aim at somebody to say something, but obviously we don't know for sure.
It was by her side. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's actually, Brian articulates exactly how the gun is in his statement.
That's why I'm very confused about the pointing the gun thing. And if there was any pointing of the gun, it was in those fractions of a second where all the shooting began. I mean, there was zero de-escalation. And I want to make this clear. The way that Springfield handled it is fucking asinine. But
somebody does something, you don't react.
Correct.
In that way.
Now, her defending herself after getting shot is another matter, because I'm not going to expect anyone to just eat bullets as a cop, right? And then deal with it afterwards. That's stupid. But the moment the whole detention bullshit happened, I think Springfield just got into her, did Springfield things, right? And started fighting back instead of just letting him get arrested. But that doesn't change the fact that the way the steps went, at the speed it went, there was no holdup. It was like, I mean, fuck, I listened to the recording back. It's like the guy's calculating, like he's playing tic-tac-toe, right?
Talking about in terms of what he's saying specifically for the recording.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the fact he said, "You held me up," in a very, very calm voice.
Yes.
His voice
now
did
you
not
held me up.
sound fearful.
Now I'm going to play this Ichio card. Okay, there we go. Right? Like it.
I said this when I was provided the general overview with the context of Blunt being out of the room. I think there's no wrongdoing on your part. Like, you literally didn't have any involvement. There's obviously an issue between Carmine and Springfield. Blunt was someone who was pretty much responding to shots fired, not having been present for what happened or what prompted it. Had a gun aimed at him, which any reasonable officer would not do to a responding unit to shots fired. You don't aim at another officer, and he shot in self-defense, essentially.
You're talking about Blunt?
Yeah.
Blunt literally started getting mag dumped. Let me take a door here real quick. Is there a door here?
Yeah, right here to the left. This one.
Next one.
This was Blunt. This, he's like this. Shots are getting fired. He turns around. He's getting blasted. Fucking, and then he starts shooting. And there was a fucking reload in between, brother. Like, I mean, there was a fucking reload in it. And I want to say, once again, you telling me that you listen to those tapes and Carmine doesn't sound like a fucking drunken freak? Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Definitely sounds like
let
he's
alone the
panicking
fucking
for sure.
statements at the end, right?
I mean, regardless, I do think Springfield and Carmine both should be charged in this incident. Unsure on Blunt.
I was going to ask about that,
Yeah.
the part that he was saying at the end with regards to assassins and faceless and
It
deep
makes
state.
it seem calculated, like he planned it.
It's a very odd thing to say immediately
Yeah.
after it happens. I would say that. Very odd.
Well, it was probably referring to the McNulty shit. But I mean, who fucking
Maybe.
knows what goes through
Yeah.
Carmine's brain?
What would Springfield have done?
I don't.
I mean, she didn't hold him up.
If,
like, you know what I
but
mean?
if an officer ever comes up and tries to put you in cuffs, if you were a criminal and you turn and raise your gun to them, I do think that's illegal, regardless. Or even pull your gun on them.
I think that it is more than reasonable because I think the DOJ should figure out whether, you know, cops can point guns at other cops and say you're under arrest. You know what I mean?
I think out of this, there should be some sort of case law about the process of arresting cops.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Well, for one, you shouldn't need to pull a gun or well, you shouldn't need to pull a taser, let alone a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should have that respect for your fellow officer.
It's not even respect. It's less than lethal. It's still not something that we teach or should be done when an individual is neither resisting, running, or any of those things. You literally can't. It's an escalation.
Yeah. So there's two ways you can look at it. There's that where Carmine escalated it by pulling the taser to begin with. In Springfield's response, she responded appropriately because obviously we always respond when you use force of matrix. She's gone up one level, so she's pulled a firearm. But in saying that, it's dumb on her side because she shouldn't have pulled anything. She should have just let him arrest her and dealt with it after the fact. But there's like two ways you can look at that. She did the right thing by upping the force by one, but should she have pulled the gun? Probably not.
I think half this department would pull.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, you would.
No.
I've already been in that situation. I did not pull.
Yeah. If another cop pulled a gun on you and it was
Johnson
fucking
did.
Carmine.
But he didn't pull a gun. He didn't pull a gun. It's the
Pulled the
thing.
taser.
He pulled a taser.
The initial pull was already pulled. It's
she's unarmed. She doesn't have a firearm in hand or anything.
Yeah, it is the second time she went from the stand guard with her gun to putting the gun by her side. So she unsheathed it from her back or whatever you want to call it.
I just listened to the recording. So she states that Carmine pulls a taser. That's when she pulls her gun, aims it at Carmine, and says,
the gun was
"Put
already
the taser
pulled
away. I'm not going to have an officer point a taser at me."
And that's where I think Springfield's in the wrong. I think she should have just let him arrest her at that point and deal with it.
Yeah,
that's where
the gun was
I think
unnecessary in its entirety. And that...
it just escalated the situation with officers.
Yeah.
I want to make this clear. She did not take the gun out of her thing. She unguarded.
No, she literally states that she points the gun at him and points it at him, and
it was already out. It
Yeah.
wasn't pulled out.
Yes. So you're going to want to ask her those clarities. But I witnessed it behind her. I then saw it by her side. So unless I am remembering that detail, I saw it behind her back. So, I mean, you can effectively say it's the same effective thing, right? She's got it holstered on her back versus on her side.
Either way, come shift.
She doesn't say she pulls it out. She says she points it. Correct, Petus?
I think he's checking. He's got the headphones on.
The nitpick is
I'm gonna need to get myself
crispy, yeah.
Noise canceling. And just
Yeah.
tune stupid people out.
It doesn't matter. I'm not going to use meta chat. I'm not like others that are going to go look at Reddit or look at the clips. I didn't notice one time she pointed that gun.
Heads up, I'm refusing to listen to any recordings.
If RP was built off the principle of
I'm not
looking at clips and shit and making sure you're right based on
it doesn't even
meta?
it doesn't even matter. I'm gonna pass it off. I'll do oversight on it. I don't really give a fuck. I don't know why I'm listening to it, but
okay. So what was said?
I draw my firearm, my handgun. I raise it up at the ready, and I tell him to put the taser down.
That sounds pretty clear.
So
I didn't see no gun
Ryan,
pointed.
Just a heads up.
Yeah.
Again, just a reminder so that there's no confusion.
Yeah.
I believe Brandy was fairly confident that the blunt scenario regarding being in the ICU. From my understanding, he's detained so that we can get a statement regarding everything that occurred.
Yeah.
Because obviously there was a shooting that happened, and he's been in the ICU since.
Yeah. But is he a flight risk?
I don't think blunt's a flight risk.
Well, that's the thing, right? The detainment is one thing. It is a different thing that he's being denied any emergency contacts. So,
who said that to him? Or who has said
EMS on behalf of whoever put the order in. That extends to the order claiming that SASM as a department cannot visit him.
Hold on a second.
Like,
Wait,
this is
Blunt
actually
is detained right now?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay,
that part doesn't make any sense.
Detained,
Okay,
and
I agree with
SASM.
you wholeheartedly. We don't have his side.
But
don't walk up to a shooting and Brian,
Well, you
I
got
know
to speak
were
up.
there. I know you were there.
You got to speak up.
We don't walk up to shootings where, we were not fully present for and just go, I don't think this person would do it and not question them.
Wait, hold on. You're arguing something I'm not even arguing. Detainment is one thing. He is being denied his emergency contacts, and he is being prevented on instruction of law enforcement that SASM cannot meet with him in ICU.
That might be a question for Brandy and Ventura to answer because they were there.
I think it was a key thing specifically.
Yeah, the detainment is not in question. That is reasonable.
Your point of contention.
It's
is
all the extra
additional caveats of
exactly.
Okay, I can understand that. Frankly, I'm not entirely sure of the legalities behind it. I mean,
it's pretty straightforward. There's no authority to prevent SASM from visiting him. And under what legal grounds would his emergency contacts not be able to visit him? That's insane.
We don't even do that for criminals.
Yeah.
Well, normally when someone's detained, they're already in our custody.
No, in ICU. We have ICU detainments all the time.
In ICU, we usually don't allow them visitors.
But that's because they're arrested, right? At that point.
Correct.
Most times, not always. This is one of those like.
This is a detainment, not an arrest, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
And even when it comes to visitors, the visitors happen. The only time we get that extra exclusion is like if they're like fucking faceless or some shit like that. That's why those special tags exist. It's to prevent the emergency.
What happened with
contacts.
the Bill Mays one? The marshals. Like.
Is it protective?
Protective custody, yes. And then there's what do you call it? Oh my God. There's protective custody. Protective custody, they're free to leave at any point. And then there is the other one. And that is with the tag that prevents any visitors at all.
Is any of that shit outlined in legislation at all?
No, because I had to make it up because people used to just freely walk in. It's kind of like, it kind of feels like a fucking, look, I'm going to be real with you. A lot of shit, including this like voluntary, it's like fucking Temu version of things that aren't a thing, you know?
I mean, listen,
like monkey see, monkey do, right?
I know the intent behind the blunt thing is to ensure that he's not coached on anything. Like, I can understand where they're coming from. I also understand your concerns. Just regarding someone's rights, like during detainment and whatnot.
So we need to let the people who are investigating this then aware that ODPD are conducting their own simultaneous investigation.
I don't. I think we just. I don't even think we. It
just
doesn't.
ignore
Yeah. That's it. I'm with Rhodes on that one because it doesn't matter. It's like they don't want to give us the time of day on shit, and they kind of want to operate how they do. Like fuck it.
What's happening when it comes down to charges? Then, if they agree upon charges and go to press them,
Can I be real with you? They're not going to do shit. They're not going to do shit. They're going to sit there and they're going to bitch. They're not going to press charges. They might start an investigation, but we need to just carry on. And guess what? We're going to be the ones that presses the charges and does the brunt of the work, like every other fucking day out here.
I meant our investigation.
We put them up first.
Their conclusion, and then they're going to come to us and talk about it. Is that
what's happening? I don't think we even do that. I think we just do the investigation, press the charges as we see necessary. They're going to go do their own thing.
They're literally courtesy of what we're doing. End of story.
That's it. And then we just fucking do it, and we put the charges up on the docket.
Unless they bring up a consideration that we did not consider, it skipped. You know, it just went past us. Then there's no reason for us not to push anything. At the end of the day, what Ruth said is correct regarding we should push more than less. So if fucking ODPD says, well, we actually think they should be charged with X, Y, and Z, then at that point it's left up to the courts, because even if we don't push it, they're going to. And they might do it simultaneous to where the DOJ might just merge the cases.
Are we? That's not how it works. Can I bring us back into reality?
Well, the reality is, Pred made it very clear he's going to do whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah, of course. And
that's the concern.
Well, there's more than that. Is you think these people aren't stupid and they're not going to just go charge like some misdemeanor and then like call it a day? Now you got double jeopardy.
Well, that's why I said we just need to conduct our investigation, get it done, put it up on the docket so we don't run into that sort of shit. Like we have to, but like our investigation has to be conducted so that if they come up with some bullshit charges, it just doesn't even come into play because it would be double jeopardy.
So now we're in a race to charge people. What if they put something up at the docket like in an hour and you guys are still investigating?
Yeah. I mean,
this is such a shit show.
The
I
thing
wish you'd
is
agreed to just doing a team.
It's not a race. Like we need to give it our due
regarding jurisdictional
diligence.
Stuff. The marshals could determine, like, hey, you guys all have to get together and come to a
where did Ruth
conclusion
go?
collectively. But like, what does that even mean if we know Pred will just vehemently deny something?
Mm-hmm.
That's where it gets really fucking.
Sitting here, he doesn't give a fuck what you push. If he doesn't like it, he's not pushing it.
All right, well, that's up to them, I guess.
Yep.
You guys want to speak to the two well-dressed investigators behind us?
Are they going to be the investigators? Like, what's happening, guys? Is this
They
shift
would have
two?
a
Is
lot
it
more
these
context
guys?
than any of us. They were present yesterday. Also, I walked into my office and Brandy was.
For the love of God, please just assign someone.
Brian, I'm not going to be the one to assign someone in shift 2. I'm not around in shift 2.
I think
you guys are high command. Use your fucking emails, please.
I'm gonna be honest. I think if these two were there and they responded to it, we could talk to them.
I'm emailing Key. Dear Key, I need.
You know, maybe the resistance is right. We need to just vacate their charges.
Whoa.
What the fuck do you know about them, dumb fuck?
Me?
Yeah.
You're asking me what I know about it?
Yeah, what was your involvement?
Only
what
ever hear
report
about everything getting blown up and people getting broken out of jail because your prison sucks dick, and then people just, giving a roundabout way of investigating and not actually catching anyone for ages, and then suddenly we're catching everybody. It's a lot of bullshit. Don't get me started.
Well, standing around in a goddamn circle sipping tea all day don't solve crime.
Oh God, here we go.
Oh God, listen, I don't need to respond to fucking bank truck number 942.
Don't need to do this. Don't need to do that.
Number a million. Don't need to do that. I'm here to discuss important things
King?
about a
You're
major
gonna fix
situation
shift
that happened
one, all right?
yesterday. Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know
Email
why I
sent.
laughed. It's not funny. I would have solved the faceless case.
Now,
already,
full
so.
disclosure, he's typically not on duty for another 5 or so hours.
He was supposed to come around. He was supposed to come around earlier today because we also have a different thing coming up.
Okay. All right, guys, I think I'm done talking about this because that's going to be pretty much handled by Shift 2.
You need to
the
demand
stuff
it,
that you
please,
asked
for the
us,
love of
or-
God.
What?
Because it went from shift 2 to 3 to 1 to 3 again, right?
No, 3 was for the purpose of like getting additional insight, not actually being the ones to like push anything. Like another set of eyes.
Yeah, that's always been the thing.
All right. Well,
Roads and Viv, do you want me to give that to you? Because I kind of need to go to duty.
Yeah, sure. Send it my way. Send it my way. Just to clarify, this is not any additional evidence. This is just what you guys
This is just what we
drew
come
conclusions
up
of. Okay, got it.
with. Yeah. And it's got like basically why was this lied about in the interrogation, and why was this way, and why was this that way? Like it's just
Got it.
questions as to stuff that doesn't make sense. That doesn't correlate with the actual recordings.
All right, works for me.
oh, can I get the other elephant out of the room? Because this has been asked of me twice since yesterday. Why did I not shoot? Answer, I value my life when there's a shooter in the room, and I do not have a gun drawn sat down with someone standing. So that will be my answer on the stand.
I mean, hell, the only reason you might be standing today is because you didn't pull a gun.
Well, yeah. I mean,
You want to know why I think you didn't pull a gun?
I also think it would be crazy to think that Springfield held up Carmine and he pulled a gun and started shooting her, which will be a very interesting argument.
You want to know why I think you didn't pull a gun?
Yeah.
Because I think you think the whole situation was retarded and there was wrongdoing on both sides.
I'd be in line with that.
No, that would be very stupid because I have. Would you take your gun out and start shooting with a shooter in the room?
If okay, the thing is,
You're not going to make that in a fraction of a second. You're
No,
going
I
to
know.
immediately absolve yourself because
Yes.
the city functions on more than just fucking like. I hate that line of logic because it's very. And I'm not trying to come at you, but it's like a very bank trucky way of looking at things, where there are a lot of people in the city that make decisions on a moment-to-moment basis on what's exactly in front of you, right?
Well, I don't. Okay, but the thing is,
And this is how I took it.
Right. Okay. So, I mean, listen, if that's the way you took it, you're the person that took it. But if I'm in that situation and BCSO is there and Carmine's questioning me and I see one of my deputies pull a gun, regardless if they aim it at her or not, or aim it at him or not, and then Carmine opens fire after trying to detain one of my deputies, I am not pulling my gun to absolve myself from everything that's going on. I guess that's
I
the whole,
hate that argument so
I
much.
don't know. Springfield should have just
I did
fucking
not
been
shoot
detained,
because
and then
they didn't do
Carmine could have
anything
been
wrong.
prosecuted
What
for
the
illegal
fuck?
detention, like on what grounds he's trying to arrest her, not opening fire on Carmine.
Brian
And
has a
Carmine
solid
should have
point,
never.
though, like regarding well, the combination of what he said and then what I said. Like Blunt walks in, gets shot, he doesn't have context, and Carmine is justifying it or is going to justify it on the basis that he aimed or whatever, shot. If Brian pulled the gun, Brian was next.
And I was sat down.
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
Like I'm not going to
100%.
try to
I
fucking
don't disagree with that.
aim labs that shit. Like
No,
try
I
to
wouldn't
like
do that
fucking
either.
John
I
Wick
wouldn't.
myself. You know,
No,
like what the fuck?
Listen, I think that's fair to say as well. I'm just saying. From my
There's a
perspective.
witness to that from BCSO to say that there's a witness to say that Blunt wasn't in the room and that he walked in to be shot.
I'm calling Maxwell, by the way.
Wait, there was a witness other than myself?
Yes.
Thank
Yes,
fucking God.
We went to the court center just before. Octo said that he was outside that room and seen Blunt walk in and get shot.
What the fuck?
Essentially, he was not inside the room.
Yeah,
He did say that.
Yeah,
we did a field
it's
trip.
so
Dare I
lazy.
question Maxwell.
Because I think it was you, King, that brought up the fact that he took a photo of everyone.
Yeah, he did a
Same.
selfie. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Oh, it was Octo then.
Yeah.
Is his statement in?
There's a recording, which I only just noticed there's a recording there, which I haven't personally seen it. So,
has anyone else read Carmine's statement yet? That was taken by an ODPD member.
Yes.
I've listened to it.
It makes
You've
zero
listened
sense.
to it.
Wait, ODP Ventura interviewed him.
Oh, there's a separate report
there's a separate one
I don't know anything about that yet.
Yeah, there's a separate report from Woods with a statement from Carmine, but it's very poorly written. So. Is that? But he's on recording with Ventura. Did you say, Maeve?
Yeah, the Carmine
Sorry,
statement is from Alex Shields.
I listened to Ventura's recording.
I can't believe I actually have to defend. Why did I not get up and shoot with someone that just shot a bunch of
There's
people?
a
What
statement
the
in
fuck?
here that Alex Shields took.
Oh my god.
Which is
Where are we going? What is happening?
587 is the report number.
It starts
There's
to make
multiple things in
sense
there that
how
don't
we're here.
correlate with what actually was said on the recording.
Also, no mention
Brian's
of the assassins or baseless part of the recording either.
Why are you blasting? What the fuck?
That statement is basically articulates everything that he did, which isn't the case when you listen to the recording.
Yeah.
Like you can tell that that's thought about after the fact.
You know what's crazy? Carmine statement says Blunt pulls his gun and then I gun him down too. There isn't even an indication from him of who shot first.
That's true. Wait, hang on.
Well, that's pretty much an indication that he shot first too.
It's really the thing. The recording's so fucking. You could hear the whole. I mean, obviously the recording. You could hear the shots fired, but Veronica's calling. Hey, what's going on?
I mean,
I can't.
Who shot first is rather obvious based on the sound of the gun.
I don't know. I don't know. There's.
Did you say it's already shared?
Of course, yes.
That's also true.
Well, Maple shared it to me, but I can't. I don't have the option to share it.
Are we doing a joint meeting today?
Shared it with you already.
I think we should.
Sure.
If you can check.
Maeve, do you want to do a joint meeting? I don't care what these LSPD
What
dogs
for?
say. Yeah.
Yeah, I got to make some statements about how Carmine Costello gunned down 2 members of SASM and LSPD,
You know what?
and the
We are gonna do
BCSO
a
still
joint
don't
meeting.
even have a
Yes,
fucking
we are doing a joint
investigator.
meeting today.
That sounds
good.
Yeah.
Davenport, what's the report number?
49605.
No, I don't have it. I just copy the contents and send it to me.
Bro, we had the Frodo case on the docket within like 48 hours. It's going to be 48 hours and they'll finally have an investigator.
In 3.5 hours. And look at the time. Meeting in 13 minutes.
If I just send it to you on a document, is that good enough, or do you want me to put in another report? And send it to
A document's fine.
Vivian, did you add the text by any chance that I sent you just as a...
No, I haven't added it. I need to pass it. I wanted to pass it along to the people that are involved in that report.
Yeah.
So that they can add it.
Okay.
So I'm not fucking around with the report because I haven't even looked at the report. I want to go through it and go read it and look at all the evidence. And
But you did get my text, right?
I've got it. I've got it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, if you need someone to add, send it to Brandy.
I'm also volunteering, just for reference, the last 3 days of specifically myself and Carmine's text interactions.
Okay.
Okay, 12 minutes.
Sorry, excuse me. I'm just gonna go over to the.
What's
You know what? You know what, Knight? I'm glad you didn't die. How about that?
Yeah, who else is gonna fucking hold everyone's goddamn hand through everything?
I think honestly, I think we could.
1764.
I think we'd be able to handle this.
Maeve, that's not directed at you. You're a good one.
What the fuck?
Okay.
Why would that be directed at
Well,
me?
slander going around the room today. I'm not
I have been
shut
locked
the
up.
fuck up, King. What the fuck have you done? All right.
It's, you know,
I'll
I'm
be
actually gonna
dying.
go with
Snow
Brian
comes on
this guy.
duty.
You know, I'm starting to think
Yo.
like Snow, King used to be one of my best friends, but I've been hanging out with Snow a lot, and he's actually good.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you guys? So, what is this slander,
Bro.
Ever since this whole AI debacle, I've been having questions about. I heard you
here we
doing.
go.
Anyway,
False accusations, baseless.
I have been locked the fuck in, Brian.
This is true. I can confirm.
Except I did break into Matt Rhodes.
I'm leaving.
Definitely, I was on
Leaving.
vacation. We didn't catch any Babylonians that come back, and we got 4 or 5. You know what? And that's why Maeve wasn't here either. So what the fuck was that? Why, huh?
No,
we
I was a
weren't
part
here
of
and the
that. I
fucking
was a part of
observatory
catching.
got
I was a part of catching all the Babylonians. It's not my. I'm starting to think you're a fucking Babylonian, coordinating your vacations and when they don't get caught.
And when the observatory was blown up, just so happened to not be there, huh, Brian?
Not be there either.
Oh, yeah,
Hey, I'm
yeah.
gonna take today off, so I'm safe.
You know what? You're right. Let's drop the case. You know we're fucked on the Babylon case, right?
Wait, seriously?
Who's going to fucking prosecute it?
I'll fucking step up.
Best of luck, Maeve. You got this. You're gonna take in all those. Hey. We haven't. Blunt was gonna. It was supposed to last night get started on this whole shit. With the probable cause document. So. Yeah.
Catch you later, guys.
Hey, thanks, Davenport. Thank you for enduring this shit show.
This is the point everyone walks away, and Maeve is left holding the bag.
No, I will. I will help.
No,
Maeve
you're not
through
gonna fucking do shit. Brother,
That's not true.
listen,
What the fuck?
No, hey,
hold
you
on,
and I
ask
are
Maeve
good
about
at
the
certain
besties.
things. You and I are good at certain things, all right? But our prosecutors are good at something else. We're not going to fill that hole.
True.
All right?
That's true. I mean,
Pretending
I
we're
will-
fucking good at everything is fucking
I'm not
insane.
pretending. I'm not pretending at
I'm
all.
going
I
to
know
go
I'm
in and
not that good.
prosecute. I'm going to read all the 81,000 pages of documents that people have already read, or try to figure out what the prosecutorial angle is going to be on all the. No, hell no. Yeah, ain't nobody going to do that shit except the ones that were on it already.
I've got a really sexy legal advisor, so I could step in if you need.
Okay, here we go with this fucking AI. Well, I will help out with whatever I need, regardless. Okay, 9 minutes. We do the meeting, and then ultimately we'll fucking get out there and do the damn thing. I'm hungry as shit. I'm gonna have a nice chicken burrito with pepper jack cheese and potatoes.
I can't believe y'all spent nearly 24 hours and still don't know who the damn investigator is. That's crazy.
I've just
I've been
got
in a conversation for 5 hours about this. It's been great.
Yeah, me too.
And field trips, pictures, recordings, all kinds of stuff.
I might need to suspend myself this week, over these
Why?
things. Well, it happened under my watch. You know what I mean?
If you take a holiday, then bad things might happen, though.
Yeah, but, if you can't trust the integrity of SASM, it's a... I got to show, like...
integrity of SASM, I think it's...
What?
A few dumb fucks, but...
Well...
Why'd you text Springfield to pull out a gun and shoot Carmine?
What?
Who, me?
Yeah,
When?
in the observatory. Springfield, during her interrogation, said that you texted her, said, shoot Carmine now.
Well, you're going to have my text messages, so... Is this like a stir?
Yeah.
It's a very poor stir. I mean, that was like...
I don't know. You were kind of shook there for a second because it was coming from Bean. That was good, Bean.
No, how would I be shook? That I would know what I did.
That was a good story.
You
Yeah.
had to
Good
check
story.
your phone, so...
Yeah.
Good
I
job,
was
Bean.
more
Good job.
confused how
You're
that
so-
would have
you're
been
so great at
possible.
your job, Bean.
Thank you. Thank you, Maeve.
King, you're taking over Bean for fixing shift 1. I'm excited for this,
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I am very excited as well. I've got a speech
Only
prepared.
thing is, Bean actually gets out there and does work.
Okay.
So,
Listen, that's unfair. I've been working very hard today, and I've been working with my lieutenants and sergeants while I've been here. Okay, everything's going to be fine.
All right, 7 minutes. I can't believe Carmine packed up 2 SASM. You're gonna have to send them on vacation for the weekend, by the way.
Should get them some training with shooting.
I am only willing to keep them suspended until there's some semblance of forward movement. You know what I mean? So
Blunt. So the next issue is Blunt has the Jockey Legs case today.
Well, yeah, that's exactly it. Like I'm not like look. I'm gonna just put it straight, right? In a vacuum, if I wasn't present, I could understand suspending Blunt. I was present. He literally got mag dumped for no reason. So,
in my opinion about it all, I think Blunt is the lesser issue in it all. I think he just kind of walked into the room and they both responded to each other, both having firearms out.
Yeah. I think most people would probably respond the same way he did, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially given what happened in Mission Row a few months ago as well.
Yeah.
I think that
he's
context
going
is
in there
important.
with like a lot of less context. He knows the things have already been kind of hostile in the room.
Yeah.
I think it's fair to assume, he went in there. Carmine saw him with a gun out. Carmine opened fire thinking that he was going to get shot as well. Blunt returned fire. I don't think Blunt does any wrongdoing in it.
Nope. Well, he definitely didn't. Springfield definitely did dumb shit. Criminality, that's my personal opinion. She didn't, but I can understand those that are having to piece it together are going to have a different POV of that.
Okay, all right. Well, 19, huh? We gonna get more Babylonians today?
Oh, did you guys see the twat before we all go?
What twat?
From Jaeger. We responded.
Jaeger?
No.
Demon Blood?
No.
Fucking
Jaggedy.
Oh, Jagger.
Who's that?
Yeah.
Chatterbox.
I don't know if Chatterbox is. Oh, that's wait, who is that even? Is that guy even wanted?
They've got like a green.
I don't know if I
mask.
believe this. The Babylonians haven't been wearing their garb, so.
Where is that?
Yeah, where the fuck is that?
That's
It's
the Grape Seeds
barn. We went and
barn
checked
where
it
the
before
lodger's
talking.
been. So that is somewhere where they've kept a ledger.
Yeah, but
no,
the thing is,
who's been
dressing
there?
like that?
No, guys.
Who's
That
even dressing like
ledger
that?
has existed for like a year now. You're talking about the thing with the names?
Yeah.
That
I thought
thing
there
is-
was recent
that's-
updates to that now.
Well, there, but anyone
someone
can.
said 8 days ago.
Yeah, that.
Okay, so the other question is, who paints their fingernails and has a tattoo on their hand in New Babylon?
Probably a lot of people. Who wears a lizard mask? A turtle.
They've also got a pink phone.
That doesn't really mean anything.
I don't think you understand.
I don't know anything. Ignore me.
For the longest time, I've wanted Springfield gone. She's too much of a loose cannon. But the beautiful thing about all this is I can defend her. Well, Carmine falls. At the end of the day, Springfield is barely around. Carmine, on the other hand, he's a problem removed. When you are surrounded by corruption, sometimes a little bit of corruption's a good thing. I'm only using 10% of my power right now. 10% of what was done to us.
I'm focusing on the shift. I didn't say that. Wait, you're saying I've got small boots?
Oh. No. I think I do have big boots to fill, actually.
There's also further context that's needed here. What the fuck was that interview about?
Which one?
Oh, which one?
The one that I had to go to and I was being demanded of, and then this situation happens, and I will read the text. I will read the text. The text that he sent me after the suspension is, "You failed to partake in the voluntary suspect interview. This will be documented as a refusal to provide a statement. The investigation will proceed with the evidence at hand. Cap Carmine Costello. This message was pre-written 20 minutes ago, which is not the case. He literally, this was sent 20 minutes after he had already 42'd. So he had a motive for things going sideways. So it's going to be an enjoyable one.
Oh, he didn't. I thought your mic dropped. Sorry.
I'm gonna take a nap real quick.
I mean, I don't. Yeah.
Are you gonna say dodge this like the movie?
He pulled his gun. Hey, you're under arrest, Peters. You're under arrest. You're under arrest. Put him down. Put the suspect down.